Today is October 10th. It's the 284th day of the year, and this is the On This Day podcast. The London Bridge, of the London Bridge's falling down fame, is dedicated and opened to the public on this day in 1971 in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. The original London Bridge, spanning the River Thames, is built by the Romans in London in the year 43. That's just a makeshift pontoon bridge. Later London bridges are built in the Middle Ages, with the first stone bridge being built between the years 1176 to 1209. The builders of that bridge do a pretty good job. That one lasts for over 600 years. It's a big, sturdy bridge. They build houses and shops on it. There's a fire that wipes away many of the structures in 1623. And the bridge begins to show signs that it's falling apart. But it's another 200 years before a new London Bridge is built in 1831. Designed by John Rennie, the new London Bridge is built over the course of 6 years, from 1825 to 1831. It's made of granite, with 5 arches reaching 920 feet across the narrow section of the Thames. Thousands of people commute over the bridge every day. But by the 1960s, after the bridge has carried 130 years' worth of foot traffic, carts, carriages, automobiles, buses, and trucks, it's determined that the bridge is no longer safe for city traffic. It's actually sinking into the Thames. So the City of London puts the London Bridge up for auction. Meanwhile, in the southwestern United States, real estate developer Robert McCulloch is building a large housing development next to Lake Havasu in Arizona. He's looking for a draw, some kind of good marketing ploy to attract tourists and homebuyers to his new community. He bids on the bridge, which he figures will attract a lot of attention to his new desert paradise. And in 1968, his bid of $2.46 million is called as the winning bid. I just imagine one of those super fast talking southern livestock auctioneers, but with a crisp British accent. McCulloch spends another $7 million shipping the bridge across the pond to the desert of Arizona. First, the bridge is carefully disassembled, stone by stone. Each stone is assigned a 4-digit number, the first indicating the arch the stone is taken from, the second number the row on that arch, and the last 2 numbers being the stone's position in that row. When the workers start removing and numbering the stones, they find that the stones are already numbered in a similar fashion. The only explanation possible is that designer John Rennie numbers the stones with the same system when the bridge is built 140 years earlier. The numbered stones are crated and stacked on a boat heading for Long Beach, California, where they're then packed in a truck that rolls down the lonely interstate to the other side of the California-Arizona border. Robert McCulloch has built the structure for the new bridge in concrete over a channel connected to the lake. The newly arrived London Bridge stones are affixed to the concrete structure in the order they're removed, pieced together like a giant puzzle. And on this day in 1971, 50,000 people from Arizona and Great Britain gather on the shores of Lake Havasu for the dedication and public opening of the London Bridge at its new home in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Born on this day in 1924, the worst film director of all time, Ed Wood. Okay, that's not fair. He's not the worst director. He just made the worst films. Edward Davis Wood Jr. is born in Poughkeepsie, New York. His mother wanted a daughter, so she dresses him in girls' clothes, thus beginning his lifelong obsession with the feel of Angora against his skin. It soothes him, it calms him, it makes him feel like himself. He's given a movie camera when he's 12 and discovers his other lifelong obsession, cinema. Wood joins the Marines after the attack on Pearl Harbor and fights in the Pacific. In 1947, he makes his way to Hollywood to make it big in the movies. He may not make it big, but he certainly makes movies. most of them forgettable, and the memorable ones are remembered fondly as some of the most laughable films ever produced. But Ed Wood takes his craft seriously when he makes films like Night of the Ghouls, Bride of the Monster, and the classic Plan 9 from Outer Space. He builds a loyal stable of collaborators out of Hollywood's down-and-out crowd, including Paul Marco, Tor Johnson, his girlfriend Dolores Fuller, Criswell, Vampira, and Bela Lugosi. In 1994, Tim Burton, one of Hollywood's top directors, makes a biopic of his life, appropriately entitled Ed Wood, written by the always fantastic Larry Karaszewski and Scott Alexander, and starring Johnny Depp and the brilliant Martin Landau. It's a great film, it becomes a cult classic, and it elevates Ed Wood to the status of Hollywood legend. But before that happens, Ed Wood, born on this day in 1924, drinks himself to death in 1978 after being evicted from his apartment on Yucca Street at the corner of Cahuenga in Hollywood, California. He is 54. There are 82 days left in the year. On This Day is produced by me, Dave Schultz. Thank you very much for listening. Born on this day in 1954, David Lee Roth. So if you're still listening, David Lee Roth. Talk to you tomorrow.